Today we take a stroll on the dark side to discuss a theory that attempts to explain why the discovery of intelligent life beyond Earth appears elusive. We're going to talk about the universe from a different perspective. We're not going to talk about black holes or supernovas. We're going to talk about a theory that attempts to explain a terrifying question. Where is everybody? There are billions of stars in our galaxy alone. Many of them much older than our Sun. Statistically, there should be thousands of alien civilizations out there. So why hasn't anyone called? Why haven't we found a single radio signal? A single megastructure? Or a single trace of alien life? In science, this missing puzzle piece is called the Fermi Paradox. But today, we're going to look at the scariest possible answer. This possible answer is called the dark forest theory. The term was popularized by a Chinese science fiction author named Liu Cixin. He published a novel in 2008. The novel was titled The Dark Forest. The Dark Forest was the second book in a three-body problem trilogy. While the core idea of a dark forest has floated around in astrophysics and philosophy for a while, Liu gave it a name, a set of rules, and a chilling logic that makes it incredibly hard to argue against. To understand the theory, Liu Cixin asks us to accept two basic rules of cosmic sociology. Think of these as the laws of nature for any civilization. These two rules are generally accepted by most. The first basic rule is, survival is the primary goal. Every civilization wants to stay alive above all else. The second basic rule is, the universe has limited resources. Civilizations constantly grow and expand, but the amount of resources is finite. Liu Cixin explained that because of these two rules, any two civilizations will eventually have to compete for the same resources. Now, imagine we discover an alien civilization. You might initially think this is great. However, don't expect them to just sit down, have lunch, and share their technology. Because out in the cosmos, you run into a massive communication problem. This problem is commonly referred to as the chain of suspicion. Because remember, they know nothing about your culture, and you know nothing about theirs. So this is likely the point where the issues may start to arise. First, you don't know if the aliens are hostile or peaceful. Second, even if they are peaceful, they don't know if you are peaceful. Third, even if you both figure out you're peaceful right now, you can never be 100% sure the other side won't change their mind, or what might offend or anger them at any moment. Because the distances in space are so vast. You can't just hop on a Zoom call and read their body language. Communication between Earthlings and other intelligent life could take years, decades, or centuries. There could also be a vast difference in intelligence levels, which could greatly hinder or accelerate communication efforts. However, many people have recommended, why not just observe them from afar and see what they do? This is because of the possibility of a technological explosion. Think about humanity. A few hundred years ago, we were riding horses. Today, we have nuclear weapons and spacecraft. In cosmic time, which is measured in millions of years, a few hundred years is literally nothing. In cosmic time, a few hundred years is equivalent to a blink of an eye. According to the dark forest theory, if you spot a primitive civilization and decide to let them live, they could experience a technological explosion and surpass your technology in the blink of a cosmic eye. Suddenly, the cavemen you spared are an advanced empire wiping you out for your resources. When you combine the need to survive with the limited resources and the inability to trust anyone, coupled with the constant threat of a technological explosion, you eventually get the dark forest. This is never more apparent than in our own backyards on Earth. Simply take a quick trip to your nearest neighborhood forest and pay close attention to the animal reactions when humans are encountered. The forest animals will either run from you, hide from you, or sometimes simply attack you. Not because they're not peaceful. It's because they don't know you or your intentions. These are characteristics of the dark forest theory. This theory is already on display. Here is how Liu Cixin describes it. The universe is a dark forest. Every civilization is an armed hunter, stalking through the trees like a ghost. In this dark forest, the hunter has to be completely silent, bringing no attention to himself or his civilization. If he sees another life form, or another hunter, there is only one thing he can do: simply eliminate them. Many may ask, why is this the case? Because, in the dark forest, other people are considered hell. The very existence of another civilization is a direct threat to your own survival. In the dark forest, if you don't shoot first, they will. It's considered a survive-at-all-cost mentality. Astrophysicists and philosophers take this theory seriously, because the dark forest theory perfectly solves the Fermi Paradox, using cold mathematical game theory. It answers the question, why the universe is so quiet. The dark forest theory explains that the universe isn't empty. It describes a universe that's teeming with life. But the only civilizations that survive are the ones that learn to stay alive. And that's usually the ones that remain perfectly quiet and hide in the shadows. The dark forest explains that the civilizations that broadcast their location are just shouting into a forest full of armed hunters, hoping and praying someone friendly is listening. According to the dark forest theory, the silence of the night sky isn't a sign that we are alone. The silence is actually a survival strategy. Thank you for taking this dark journey into the theory of the dark forest. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching Odyssey, Origins of Reality.